Ever since the Taliban returned to power in Afghanistan, the Biden administration has been expressing the confidence that this is going to be a new and improved Taliban. Taliban 2.0. This is a Taliban that's going to want to court the international community. They want respectability. They want recognition from the United States. They're going to be, let's just say, on their best behavior. Well, no. Here comes the Taliban leader, Mullah Nuruddin Turabi. This guy, by the way, has a great title, a title I'd actually like to have in America. He's the head of the Ministry of the Propagation of Virtue and the Prevention of Vice. And he says that, hey, it's time to bring back the charming Islamic practice of chopping off limbs, cutting off hands and legs. And he's kind of firm about it. He goes, no one will tell us what our laws should be. We will follow Islam and we will make our laws on the Quran. And then he gets a little bit explicit. He goes, cutting off hands is very necessary for security. I think what he means is, and you know, I kind of agree with him here. He basically says that if someone commits a theft and you chop off his arm, he's not likely to do it again.
Oh my God.
Or if he does it a second time, you chop off the second arm. I mean, basically you have, let's just call it, you have up to 4 options, because after that, you don't have any arms and you don't have any legs. You're basically just a human middle with no arms and no legs. And let's just say if you're in that condition, you're not going to be doing any more burglaries, are you? So the Taliban is going for it. And the clear proof that they're not just talking about it, here we go. This is an article from the Epoch Times. Taliban hangs 4 bodies in public square in Western Afghanistan, witnesses. And they're quoting Afghans. These are residents of Herat province. And they see these Afghans dangling, in one case, from a crane. So the Taliban put up a crane. There's a guy hanging from it. And the Taliban puts out a statement. They admit it. The aim of this action is to alert all criminals that they are not safe. Let's just say that these guys are tough on crime. And their manual is the Quran itself. So now, the State Department, of course, is a little embarrassed about all this, because with every such action, the Taliban show that they are, in fact, the Taliban. This is kind of like a rattlesnake coming to the amazing discovery that it's a rattlesnake after all. And yet, here's Ned Price, State Department goofball. He goes, amputations and executions, quote, would constitute clear, gross abuses of human rights. Thank you for telling us. And we stand firm. I love this. We stand firm, as if this is sort of some kind of a, this is kind of a line of teenagers all standing firm. With the international community to hold perpetrators accountable. Once again, my question is, how? How are you going to hold perpetrators accountable? Are you going to reduce the amount of foreign aid you give them? Are you going to leave less military vehicles behind next time, if there ever is a next time? You know, this is all on Biden. And for me, the tragedy of what's happened in Afghanistan, look, Afghanistan has had these barbaric practices in the past, but before they always had them. They didn't know any better. This was sort of life in a tribal, primitive, 7th century kind of Islamic fundamentalist society. But interestingly, Afghanistan has had a whiff, a taste of the past 20 years of freedom. And so they've known what a different way of life looks like. And now they are regressing to the old way of life. They are descending, in a sense, into the barbarism from which we had all too temporarily rescued them.